What is going on, warriors? That is your boy Shin Ryu, and it is time for another Street Fighter Duel video. We're here, guys. We're pretty much hours away from the reveal of Bison himself. We're talking about a trendy Bison. However, I had done a video about this video that I'm about to do right now, but it was slightly longer than I would have liked, as well as the fact that we now have the official name of the Bison, as you can see here in the update notes, and he is called Overlord Bison, as I have suggested before. I figured I wasn't going to keep that name because, like I said, even though he's one of those training characters, the fact that they already started to mention, oh, trendsetter, whatever, kind of, made it a bit obvious that just calling Trent Bison was maybe lazy. Plus, we had lots of Visconsa Vega and Athlete Chun-Li who actually defied the, street art, members who are typically either called fashion or trendy. But we're going to go ahead and focus primarily on 5 things I'm actually excited about for this character. And then some other factors that might not make me not so excited about the characters coming. And we're talking about at this time of the hour. Okay, so first of all, if we actually proceed here, we did actually get some other note as well. We're talking about Action Guy here. I don't know if that's supposed to be the Yakuza version, because I don't know if there's any other guy version out there. If you guys know about that, let me know. I will definitely do my research later. I had to jump in between work, just trying to do this video real quick for getting back into it. But let's get to the actual 5 points that actually makes me feel really excited about the character. The first one is not really related to the game itself. It's just about the fact that he got announced, right after this, was actually unveiled, the 7-day whatever. We did get an announcement of Bison's return in Street Fighter 6, which is kind of like amazing. If you guys haven't keeping an eye on Street Fighter 6, you guys know what I'm talking about. I've actually put some small comments on the side about it as well. Pretty much amazing stuff. The guy looks dope, looks amazing. Looks like Geralt of Rivia in my eyes, with a dark horse and all that kind of stuff. Pretty neat. And I've also seen some gameplay on the character. He does work around. He does come in with a horse as well. The horse is not just for the trailer. He walks, you see the whole horse where you're selecting the character. You see his head, just across like he's leaning over something like a stable, but not really stable. It looks like a ladder as well. I don't know. But and also, you get to see him riding to the horse as you guys are about to do the fight up and all that kind of stuff. So nice stuff about that. The second one obviously is the EX move right here. Obviously, you guys know the Bison top tier character has no EX moves at all, and the likes of Ryu, all the other characters have EX moves. And I actually did find out something really funny. I didn't take a look at it before, and that is the fact that if you guys know, I don't know if you guys have ever gone back to look at it, this is the typical EX move for Ryu, and we're talking about where is it here? Where's the regular? Okay, I think I might have gone past it. Yeah, there it is. We're talking about trendy Ryu, right? But guess what? You guys know that if you can see over here, we only have trendy Ryu, Mad Ryu, and regular Ryu who get this resonance from this card. However, for those of you who for some reason may have focused on this card, maybe because of Evil Ryu, you do get some reward for that as well, in that you also get trendy Ryu with resonance as well. I didn't know this. I hadn't looked at all. I've just not bothered to look at this card. I typically only just care about it because of it would obviously unlock the Satsui Surge and actually make Ivory even crazier because he loses less health and it deals more damage whenever you have that Satsui whatever stuff. So that's actually the only reason I've cared about it. But the fact that it actually shows that Trent Ryu can actually have his Crimson Break from this as well, and not just this, it's kind of amazing. Obviously, this would be the easier of the two to get it because this is one that's been out for a longer period, and you guys can see we're probably just only a few cards away, or a few shards, if you will, from actually getting the character up to 90 and then unlocking that third whatever. But that is besides that. That is EX move for Bison will be something amazing to look at, and obviously what that means is it's going to be something really crazy. It could be something that actually I have no idea. Maybe it may have to do with his Return of Inferno. It may be something to do a flashback or a shout out to the original OG Bison that is currently available right now. And the fact that he's actually pretty much a crazy character in his normal self, we'll get to the other part about it. Okay, so now the third one we're going to talk about here, what makes me excited about these new Bison coming is actually the fact that this guy has been a problem. All right, you guys already know who I'm about to talk about. If you guys are not aware, we're talking about V squared here. Okay, like typically he's just a one-hit wonder, in terms of like once you go against him, he's the only character right now whenever I go up against him in, the the battle royale, I think. Or am I actually going to the wrong place? Yeah, the battle royale. That if I just see him there, it's like, you know what? Unless maybe the other guy at the other end is kind of like too slow, he just would take me out. The guy is fast and he is strong at the same time. Like having a combo of being extremely fast and extremely powerful, it's crazy. So maybe he might be the character that might nullify V squared in that, maybe he does something where it's like whatever damage that you return at the first instance, you get 100% reflection, and maybe thereafter you get like some 50% or whatever percent reflection in his blast if you take him out. So for example, let's say you do that move and then Bison has this return inferno, something that just kind of gets him to resurrect and not die until ever the teammate is dead, because that might actually occur again, because that move is actually OP and has not been beaten in the longest time. We've had to, the only way around it just to actually the fact that you can defeat him if his life goes below 1, because it doesn't have that below 1 tag, right? And if he does that and Vega kind of attacks him with his full super combo, then we can expect Vega to suffer the same fate, and he will actually eat his own medicine, and he's going to die, because obviously Vega is quite flimsy and he can't take the damage that he dish out. On the other side, they would typically take on the first instance, right? So that might actually make people not want to use Vega on V squared as their first attacker whenever they come up against Overlord Bison, because they know that the first one is going to be 100% damage reflection, so you're going to have to start with something else. I can make the fight a little bit more viable, in my own opinion, right? Obviously, if I don't want them to nullify V squared, they just have to just bring something that actually makes him not the OG in the OP character that he is, but at least if there's any character that's going to do that, it has to be Overlord Bison, right? And of course, the fourth point that I have is the fact that if you guys have noticed here, you guys probably have noticed already, you must have been keeping counts. There's video out there as well that may have addresses. I would probably say Hazings, for example, because he's the one that I've actually noticed that has talked about that anyways. But I believe it's been discussed in the Discord channel as well. But what I'm talking about here is the street art here, okay? As you guys know, we're pretty much almost completed on the characters here. There's only one character left once Bison pops up, and that is going to be this E100 version here, okay? And we know for sure, I like to believe he's not going to be a special character. They're not going to make two special characters back to back. Starting from a character that is not like one of the main cast. He's one of the main supporting cast, no doubt, but he's not one of the main guys. Like, he's not Ryu, he's not Ken, he's not Gal, right? He's not Chun-Li, right? So you're not going to get two special summon characters of E100, no way. So this is going to be another one of the, maybe like one of the Master Inferno versions, because we don't have any of those apart from the especially someone E100, and then again, he could also become one of those regular faction characters for sure once he actually becomes available. But he was going to be the last person. Why am I talking about this? Obviously, most people's fear is that once that happens, we're talking about, this might be a time to shut the game down, or at least expect the game to not really last long afterwards. I see a light in this tunnel here. This art has been available for the longest time. I feel like once they actually round this up, in order to prove longevity and in order to sort of like wow the fans and even get more people coming back in and get people hyped up again, the next street art after E100 comes out comes with like the new sort of like art styles of maybe future characters, or what would actually maybe blow it up away, maybe like a Street Fighter 6 art. Obviously it's like going to have to be a collab at this point, but because this is based on Street Fighter 4, and there's a bit of Street Fighter 5 in the DNA in it, just a little bit of it, because Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5, the characters are not that far apart. Some of them are, or some of them aren't really. But what I'm trying to say here is that this could actually be an opportunity for them to release a new art that actually has a new set of characters, and then people are just amazed at them. And maybe when I have finally have a Ryu in his normal form that is actually a special summon character. And one thing that will actually be amazing, imagine if you just decide, instead of just button of going across the board, you just actually just focus in-house and you do a crossover with Street Fighter 6, and this is not going to be one that is going to like fade off because obviously it's Capcom already. Well, I know Capcom is, obviously, Nicole McGillican is a Capcom crossover, whatever. But the fact that Street Fighter, hopefully they don't let it run out because otherwise people are going to have to rush out in the Street Fighter 6 character. But pretty much something just gives an opportunity for them to like show that the game is not over, because that's what's going to be on the mind of everybody right now with this straight out completing. Because obviously, the might not have thought that might be the case for them. I just, oh, you know what, these characters are just here to be taken. But then people have been taking note that these are the characters on here. And you guys know as well, Balrog, the flashy one, whatever his version is going to be called, he's not a part of this street art, but we expect him to come because he's available, all that kind of stuff. One of the facts that it is an opportunity for them also to let the fans know that their game has a longevity to it, and not the fact that it is the end game. It seems to be, according to some people, right? And of course, last but not the least, we have what I'm talking about here, which is pretty much really, it ties into the different art styles that we can expect from the character, which obviously means different moves that I can actually express in the game itself. We're talking about the longevity of it. I've actually gone to length to explain what I mean by the longevity as well. Obviously, if you see new arts, you get to believe that they're going to have to release all these characters, and of course that will make fans play and commit to it more, make the devs happy, and also continue to build the game. And as you guys know, as much as from what I heard, the CN version is closed, or one of the other versions is closed, there are still some modes in there that they make it to this particular mode. And of course, the global version is one that's going to be well and widely received. That's where the most money is going to come from. So hopefully, these characters, what he does is it kind of gives this vibe that it might not be the end because of how soon it's coming. So, well, it's 2 years, but still, how soon it's coming. But yeah, that is pretty much something that makes me excited about the game overall. Now, for the ones that kind of give me a bit of downcast feeling sometimes, just kind of makes me not too whatever. It's number one, the one is the first is very quite obvious, and this one only applies, in my opinion, to free-to-play players. And that is pretty much, this could be the new meta, guys. This Bison here could be the new meta, could be the strongest, could have this really crazy skill that makes him a necessary character to actually have, and that means a long grind for for us to actually keep him, right? So, and the other thing that actually contributes to it is obviously because it's a special summon character, you can expect that grind to be guaranteed. You can, whoever you're working on right now, if you're not done with V squared, for example, you may have to suspend that, or you might actually have to wait to complete that to go to this. It's just the fact that especially a special summon character that kind of makes it also tough as well. The third thing that I actually see right now that actually is whatever is, imagine if he's not even up to the original Bison. Like, they're just trying to give us like, this Bison is cool, but we're not going to make a mistake of making him broken like V square. We just want to make sure that he's just viable enough. That is, for me, is highly, highly unlikely, and I'll tell you why. That's highly unlikely because, first of all, if you guys remember, in my opinion, the fact that they put the turtles out there, a lot of people have been holding their resources and all that kind of stuff for turtles. Only V squared was one that's able to sort of make people think hard about actually working hard before the turtles event. And with the turtles event being over, the might be a little bit relaxed with their purses and all that kind of stuff. So they're going to obviously bring a character that's actually dope so that you guys can get your wallets out again. But imagine if the character is trash, doesn't meet up to their whatever. That is a low chance, but that is just one of the minor grabs I am pessimistic feelings that I may have about this character coming in. And of course, the last and most obvious one, the one that is kind of like a little bit scary and the one that worries a lot of fans, the ones that I don't know if it's going to happen. Like I said before, this is a great opportunity for them to like sort of show us that this game can continue by actually either releasing a brand new street art that has different sort of characters, not different version of characters, rather than this generic street art that we've seen for the longest time. But more importantly, the fear that this could be the end game, and afterward just see a few characters come in, and then afterwards, they just kind of round up. I'm not a pro like his and his, for example. Shout out to him for, by the way, with regards to um gacha games. I play gacha games, and I played the gacha game that kind of stands on my mind is called Tsubasa Zero. And I remember when they released Matsuyama, one of my favorite characters there, and then I can't remember who was the release afterwards, and afterwards just kind of just boom came up with that surprise, like it was closing. It was just kind of like, whoa, this is out of nowhere. But I've never had that experience before, and there are people who actually have. So I'm hoping that's not the case for sure, but those are kind of one of the things that you have to sort of like bear in mind if that is what it is, because sometimes the truth is bitter, and you know that is just the last and actually the most dominant gripe that I may have about this character coming out at this time that he has. Otherwise, to come back again on a real positive light is if this is supposed to be the end game, whatever, right? And we know that we still have a lot of characters to come out. For example, we still have Barrock to show up. We still have Yakuza probably will come up soon because of the fact that we're hearing about Action Guy. I need to research who this Action Guy is. But most importantly, there are a lot of characters that haven't shown up yet. We don't have a special summon Ryu or special summon Ken. Forget those other versions like Go Magella Ken. Those are not like pure like Street Fighter Ken. We're talking about the pure Street Fighter Ken. And of course, in Ryu's case, if Ryu's an alt is the it's kind of like the thought of if, for example, he actually comes to the dark side. And we know he doesn't come to the dark side. So we need to see an actual pure Ryu that actually special summon. And of course, like a reinvented card that actually justifies those characters. And of course, what if they enjoyed this, collabs, whatever, if there's no more coming up, a chance for us to now really understand and remember that this game is all about the Street Fighter characters for sure. The fact that Bison's coming right now is not super logical, apart from the fact that I just want to get you guys to get your wallets out real quick, and I want to close real quick. I feel like there is a chance for it to last longer, and so I feel like I don't need to be too worried about it happening, but at the same time, if it does happen, it is what it is, guys. Otherwise, guys, it's pretty much your boy Ryu. That's all I want to just discuss with regards to this situation right here. That's all that I have right now with regards to reason why I'm excited and reason why I might be a little bit reserved with regards to the character coming out. But all in all, guys, I am excited. I am pumped. Street Fighter 6 did not even help matters in trying to drop that excitement. And of course, this is one dope ass model of Bison for sure. We'll just go right ahead and just see how it actually works out. Otherwise, guys, been your boy Shinryu once again. Make sure you smash a like on this video if you haven't already. The likes does a lot to me, makes it more exposed. And subscribe to the channel, guys, if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell, especially if I don't post these videos immediately. As I mentioned before, this is kind of like me repeating the video because this time I actually know the name of the Bison. It just kind of helps me to deliver it a lot better. Otherwise, guys, take it easy and peace.